You will lose. This is not meant as a curse. It is a fact. A prediction so sure you can carve it into stone. You will lose time. You will lose things. You will lose people. You will lose days to illness and nights to sorrow. You will lose your youth. You may lose your job, your keys, your reputation, your money, your way. You will lose arguments, lose heart, lose your nerve. And one day you will lose this life. There is no path through this world that avoids loss. So the real question is not if we lose. The question is, what kind of person will I become when I do? The world we live in, loud, proud, fast, has no time for losing. It idolizes the winner. It loves a comeback story, a crushing victory, a record-breaking climb. The loser, meanwhile, is forgotten, or worse, ridiculed, pushed aside, treated as defective. But I tell you, some of the wisest people I've ever met were people who lost. Not once, but many times. They didn't just lose money, or games, or opportunities. They lost dreams. They lost people they couldn't imagine living without. They lost parts of themselves in the fight to stay upright, and it made them deep. It made them kind. It made them people who could sit next to you in silence and actually understand. See, there is a kind of wisdom that can only be found on the far side of loss. It's the wisdom of knowing that effort is worth more than applause. That grief is not a failure of faith, but a consequence of love. That the best things in this world are temporary, and all the more beautiful because of it. When we lose, we're brought low. And when you're low, you start to see what's been underneath you all along. The foundation, the ground, the mercy that doesn't care about your trophies, the people who love you without performance. The God, if you believe in such things, who isn't waiting at the finish line but kneeling beside you in the dust. Losing makes you honest. When you've been truly beaten, all the fluff falls away. Your image, your pride, your excuses, they collapse. And if you can stay present through the humiliation, through the pain of it, what's left is something unshakable. What's left is you, plain and unadorned, and maybe for the first time in your life, real. That kind of person can't be bought. They can't be fooled by praise. They can't be bullied by loss again, because they've already been there. They know who they are when everything is gone, and they've made peace with it. There's a reason the old ones tell us to be humble, not because humility is polite or proper, but because it is true. You are not in control of everything. You never were. You can train, prepare, hustle, scheme, pray, and try your best and still lose. And if that undoes you, it means your house was built on sand. But if you learn to lose well, to lose with grace, something sacred happens. You become less brittle, less afraid. You start to carry yourself like someone who doesn't have to win to prove their worth. That's when your character starts to shine, not when you win, but when you lose and stay kind. Now, let's be clear. I'm not telling you to go out looking for loss. Don't sabotage yourself just to suffer. That's not noble. That's foolish. Fight to win. Show up. Do the work. Love like it matters. Hope big. Aim true. But know this, when the loss comes, and it will, you don't have to let it make you bitter. You can let it make you wise. You can learn that losing doesn't mean you were worthless. You can discover that your dignity isn't tied to outcomes. You can find, buried beneath the wreckage, the seeds of a new kind of strength, one that doesn't need applause, one that doesn't need to be first or loud or seen, a strength that endures, that outlasts. And here's the strangest part. Once you've learned to lose, really learned it, you're no longer terrified of losing. And a person who is no longer afraid to lose, that person is free. Free to speak truth, not just popular opinion. Free to love even when it might not be returned. Free to take risks, to try again, to walk away, to begin anew. That's the wisdom of losing. It's not defeatism, it's not resignation, it's a holy clarity, a way of seeing through the illusions and remembering what matters. And when you meet someone who's learned that, don't pity them. Sit down next to them. You might learn something.